Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are the team number 3 from the Facultad de Ciencias Biológicas at Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. Today, we are going to present our final project regarding a topic that is essential from our career as químico-bacteriólogo parasitólogo, uh, food preservation techniques. My name is Fernando Jair Roman Bautista, and together with my colleague Sebastián Guzmán Estrada, we will explore the science and history behind keeping of our food safe and edible. Let's begin. First, we need to look back in the time. Long before we had modern refrigerators or advanced industrial preservatives, humans still need to store food for winter or long journeys. We call this the old school tricks. Historically, for thousands of years, civilizations developed clever and simple methods to stop food from rotting. It's fascinating because even though they didn't know about microbes or bacteria like we do today, they understood the basic principles of preservations. As you can see on this slide, some of these methods are so effective that we still use them in our kitchens today. Let's explore the first one, that is the smoking. We have probably eaten smoked salmon or ham before, but what is exactly? Basically, it's involved hanging food, usually is meat or fish, inside rotten field with smoke from burning woods. Scientifically, this works in two ways. The first one is the heat and smoke dry out the food by removing moisture. We make it difficult for bacteria to survive. And second, the smoke itself contains chemical compounds that act as antimicrobials, stopping germs from growing. And besides preservation, the best part of these methods is the result. It gives us the food that delicious, distinctive, smoky, and smoky flavor that all we love. The next method is the fermentation. That is my favorite one. The might sounds strange, but fermentation is it's essentially a controlled spoilage. We allow specific microorganisms, the good bacteria and yeast, to consume the sugar found naturally in food. As they eat the sugar, they produce byproducts like acids or alcohol. Um, as they eat these byproducts create environment when harmful pathogens cannot survive. A classic example shown here at kimchi in the Korean cuisine and the yogurt which consume daily. Another benefit is that this food become probiotics, meaning they are super healthy for our digestive system or tummy. Now let's talk about some very old techniques like jogging and potting. I must include a safety note here. These methods are rarely used at home today because if done incorrectly, they can be risky and lead to illness. Uh, the jogging is involved cutting meat into pieces and cooking inside a tightly sealed stoneware, jug, or jar, usually with brine or stew. And the potting is similar, but the meat was placed in a pot and sealed with a thick layer of fat on the top. The fat acts as an air barrier, preventing oxygen from reaching the meat. A fun fact is that this ancient technique of potting it's actually the great grandfather of modern canned meals, uh, like the famous spam. And finally, before I hand it over to my partner, I want to introduce the concept of temperature control. One of the most effective ways to control those pesky germs, it's simple by changing the temperature. Uh, as biologists, we know that the microorganisms have an optimal temperature range for growth. We can disrupt their metabolism by either freezing them to slow them down or heating them to destroy them. They explain exactly how we apply this principle in modern industry, like canning and pasteurization. I will leave you with my teammate
25
Sebastian.
for. And the first method is jams and jellies. Is in this method used to sugar high concentration of sugar for reduce the microorganisms. Is used in jams, in jelly, preserves, and marmalades. Is used for the seasonal fruits for keep the keep say keep secure for the consume, maintains the flavors, and change the flavor for the high concentration of sugar. In this method, don't eliminate to microorganisms as the next method, salt. The salt or chloride sodium doesn't kill microbes, and but but reduce the water activity. The high concentration reduce the metabolisms of bacteria, can reduce the nutritional value, and often combined with drying or osmotic dehydration for better preservation. In the next method, um, use chemicals called nitratus and nitritus is used for the meat for curing, and these salts the it's salt but inhibit the bacteria and modify what change the texture and color and enhance flavor and aroma. The bacteria present in this method and the next, the the canning uh, uh, can present the bacteria Clostridium botulinum. The Clostridium botulinum is a bacteria anaerobic. This in this environment in cans pro, prepares the growth of Clostridium. For this manner it's only safe if done properly. The food used in this method is seafood, perishable food, as vegetables and meats. The the next method is boiling water bath. It's used in fruits, tomatoes, pickles, jams, jellies, preserves. And the jars is collocated are collocated in the fully submerged in the boiling water to 100 grades. The high temperature eliminate the charge of microorganisms. And the next method is atmospheric steam canning method. Is for the perishable food and acidic food with pH minor to 4.6. Includes the most fruits and the preserves and pickled vegetables. Is not recommended for low acid foods as vegetables and meats. The the cans are heated in in the in the bowl for for eliminate to microorganisms. And the next method is pressurized canning. Is similarly to atmospheric steam. The difference is used for the low acid food. Includes the vegetables, meats, poultry, and seafood. The jars are heated in pressure canner to 116 grades. The temperate the temperate for eliminate spores is spores of bacteria. It's 121 grades, and this method is necessary for eliminate bacteria and eliminate bacteria and spores in material of laboratory. And the alternative methods, we have pasteurization. This method is used in the milk, juices, and canned products. The the method this method elevate to temperature and reduce temperature drastically, and this manner prevents the growth of Clostridium botulinum and Listeria monocytogenes. This method is safe for the product, for the food. Is used in industrial food for maintains the taste and nutrition. And in the method food irradiation, doesn't no doesn't make food radioactive. Is if efficient to eliminate microorganisms and prevent insect infestation. It's safe for spices, meats, and dried products. The the radiation is controlled for for the food. And finally, vacuum packaging remove the air and oxygen. These components are necessary for the growth of bacteria and and, and prevents oxidation of food in would not substitute for head processing in home canning. In this method is used for the meat and perishable food. The products the products uh, are refrigerated, dried, or frozen. Thank you for your attention.